I, 53M, walked in on my daughter, 23F, cheating on her boyfriend, 26M, and I don't know what to do. Today I and my wife were going out of town to meet one of our relatives. But when we were on our way there a call from the family member of that relative saying that due to increase in COVID cases their city is under lockdown again, so we decided to go back home again. We reached home and as soon as I opened the main door I saw that my daughter was doing the act with a guy even though she had a boyfriend. I am not go into the details and I also don't know how did she not realize that we are back. I and my wife were shocked and I was livid cause I hate cheating because my mom and dad were divorced because he cheated on her. Also I didn't understand why did she cheat on him even though he isn't good looking, family type guy and he is also rich and loves her so much. My daughter pleaded me not to tell him because it will ruin their relationship and she will not do this again. My wife also said the same thing, that it will ruin her further life as she won't get such a good guy like him. So I asked if he is so good then why did you cheat on him and who was that guy? She said that it was an honest mistake and that was one of her co-worker. Now I confused whether should I tell him and ruin their relationship or keep it as a secret and keep quiet so that my daughter has a good future. I can't even look at her right now but I still love her and want best for her. Honest mistake, lol. Cheating is a conscious choice, not a mistake. Not owning your choices means you're likely to repeat them in the future. And I'd tell her that. She needs to not brush this off as something that just happened. She made it happen. I would tell her that she needs to tell him. Because, odds are, it's going to come out anyway. Your wife ain't right either for saying don't tell because she, your daughter, won't find another good guy like him. My question to your wife is this: what makes her think y'all daughter deserves a good guy by her actions? Give her option. She tells him now or you will. Make sure to follow up after because she's going to lie. It wasn't her honest mistake. She chose to cheat on her BF. Your wife doesn't come off as trustworthy either for encouraging this behavior. How could you look at boyfriend knowing that she cheated on him? My ex's parents and brother knew my ex was cheating, but at the end of the day ultimately chose to support the freshest son. Lost all respect for them and still don't think of them in a positive light. She knew what she did was wrong and she needs to own up to her mistakes. Please don't turn a blind eye to her cheating. Her boyfriend deserves to know. And your wife siding with your cheating daughter. You need to have a talk with your wife to find out her values. Is it really that surprising that your daughter did this when her own mother is condoning it? First off, I'd be livid with my partner for condoning cheating and would probably lose significant trust. Your daughter accepts no responsibility for her actions and is simply using her boyfriend to secure a good future while doing whatever she wants. You say the boyfriend is a family man while your daughter is a cheater. They are incompatible and if you don't tell him then you are complicit. You will be setting your daughter up for failure when her future family, children included, is destroyed by her being a cheater. You will have to face this man potentially for the rest of your life knowing what you know. Can you do that? You don't cheat by accident. She didn't just fall on that dick and decide "Meh, I'm already here, might as well continue." She legitimately chose to cheat. There is no excuse for that. Tell her she tells him or you will. Wouldn't you want to know if it were you? She's cheating on her boyfriend who knows how long and their co-workers. If she doesn't quit her job she will cheat on him with that co-worker again. If you were in her boyfriend's place would you want someone to let you know that you're being cheated on or not? And don't listen to your daughter, she will just gonna get better at hiding it. I'll say please inform the boyfriend, he deserved to know the truth to make her informed decision. Edit. Your daughter not gonna magically stop cheating cause you caught her. I know you love your daughter but you can't give her happiness at other people's expenses. If you stay out of it you're just enabling her. What the fuck wrong with all these people supporting cheaters and using some bullshit to deny boyfriend's agency in this? Lot of people in these comments that wanna protect cheaters. Tell him and have a discussion with you daughter dude. If that was me I'm telling the boyfriend so he can be free from this situation. I don't like cheaters and I won't condone it because the cheater is my kin. Nope, I stand on my beliefs and won't budge them. If the boyfriend were middle class would you have told him already? Is your daughter such a loser that she wouldn't be able to make a decent life for herself without her boyfriend? And honest mistake. WTF. You know what the right thing to do is, but are letting money cloud the picture. And your wife and daughter are gold diggers. It's kind of pathetic and disgusting. This is one of those parenting, teaching, moments. Either she tells him or you will. She made choices and adults cannot avoid consequences for their actions. She needs to learn integrity. You are literally destroying other person life because of her, because of your selfishness. What if the role was reversed? If he was fooling behind your daughter back, will you be okay? You definitely need to tell him the truth. So because he hasn't done anything to deserve these, and by these only your daughter will learn her lesson. If she really didn't want to lose her boyfriend, she wouldn't have cheated. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If anything, sit her down and have her explain herself. I, personally, don't believe cheating is just a mistake, but it's a choice. Why did she do it? Is her relationship not actually going well? I see some choices here. Have her come clean to her boyfriend. You tell him yourself, at the expense of your bond with both your daughter and wife. Or find some way to make your daughter promise she'll never do it again and make sure she holds herself accountable. I also hate cheaters. My dad was one, too. I don't have much sympathy for her, but that's all I can suggest. Good luck, Op. Coming from a guy who's been cheated on. Tell him, fucking tell him. If we assume that one day they will get married, have children, etc., what do you believe the fallout will be if he finds out about her infidelity then? If you think there is a chance that he would feel betrayed and act accordingly, then not telling him is akin to building a house on sand because eventually it will crumble. Furthermore, I think he as a future son-in-law would look poorly upon you if later he found out that the whole family was in on this conspiracy. Lastly, would you have wanted your father-in-law to tell you if he knew your wife had cheated on you before you got married? If so, why wouldn't you tell your daughter's boyfriend? You don't cheat by accident nor mistake. She chose to willingly do what she did, and it'd be in your best interests to tell the boyfriend and use it as a life lesson. Clearly your job as her teacher is not over yet. So both your wife and daughter thinks it is okay to cheat and okay to lie about it because the boyfriend is rich and nice, and therefore it is more important to keep him around as a resource than treat him with respect and honesty. And you are confused that you should lie also so your daughter can lie and cheat an honest man because money. You need to tell the boyfriend. I disagree with the other commenters here suggesting that you should give your daughter a chance to tell the boyfriend herself. You know she's a grown adult that's capable of lying and manipulating, so giving her a chance to spin a story works clearly to her advantage. You want your child to not hurt innocent people, right? Then you need to tell him. She is putting him at risk of STDs, financial ruin, and long-term trauma. Lastly, the fact that your wife wants to protect the cheater is telling. There is no mistake there. She made a conscious decision knowing what the consequences could be. For you, it comes down to what is important to you. To be quiet is to condone the action. Does her fiancé deserve this disrespect? Is his money that important? If she cheats now, you know she will cheat later. She is your daughter and I know you love her, but if you want what's best for her and want her to be happy, then you know she will not be happy married to her fiancé. She may have money and a nice lifestyle, but you know she will still look elsewhere for whatever made her cheat this time. And she will get caught and she will have to live with the consequences of a divorce. Ask yourself, would you accept it if your wife had done that to you? Take the high road. Good luck. He deserves to know. If he marries your daughter, their whole life together will be built on a lie, and I'm sure you wouldn't want that. Your daughter planned this. She knew you and your wife would be away all day. That's not a mistake. Neither is it honest. This reads as hella fake. Look mate, I get it. She's your daughter. But please, do the right thing. You know what must be done. This guy is innocent. He doesn't deserve to live a lie because of somebody else's mistake. Your daughter did him wrong. You know it deep down. But you can fix it. You can slightly right that wrong by helping out a guy in need. I know that if I was him, I'd be indebted to you. It's a tough choice, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. How else can you sleep at night? This isn't even hard. Dude deserves to know. Your wife is disgusting me by forcing you not to tell. Either you or your daughter tell her ex-boyfriend what happened. Have some respect and contact her boyfriend. He deserved to know. Just because she is your daughter and the boyfriend is a good party doesn't mean she can trick him. I would also be very wary of your wife with this attitude. It was a mistake. You are surrounded by low moral women in your life. Tell that guy so he can run and not ruin his life. Regardless of what she tells you, your daughter won't stop cheating until she's forced to face the consequences of her actions. It's better she faces them now while she's young and has a chance of finding someone else than facing later after she's caught by her now boyfriend. Also, your wife's enabling of your daughter's cheating looks really shady. Tell her to tell her BF. Just imagine your feelings if you have to walk her down the aisle to this man and he still doesn't know. I couldn't do it. TBH if you don't tell him you're condoning the cheating. You though. You are ruining a good guy's life and it is your duty as a father to teach morals to your daughter. Tell him soon and let your daughter learn her lesson by punishment. Honest mistake. I mean, you are 53. Are you that gullible to fall for that honest mistake excuse? Your daughter very consciously decided to cheat on her BF. That's no honest mistake and please, don't be that gullible. Also, your wife seems to be supporting this cheating and untrustworthy behavior of your daughter, which is a cause of concern. Is your wife okay having a son-in-law who has been cheated on by her own daughter? That's just beyond my understanding. You need to tell your daughter that either she tells her boyfriend or you do. I am sure she's going to say that she will tell him but never will. So, you need to make sure that you get the confirmation somehow that she told him. I'd wager you already know what you should do, so you should probably do it. I'm sorry you've been put in the middle of such an awful situation. The boyfriend needs to know. It's not fair to mislead him into a relationship with her. He needs to know, and he can decide for himself if he wants to stay, make it work with her. I would talk about integrity and honesty with her. I would have a discussion with her on how she views these qualities and how that applies to her and her life. I would ask her if the roles were reversed, then how she would like her boyfriend to act, i.e. if she would appreciate him coming clean with her or not. I don't believe in ruining one's life because of keeping secrets. Keeping secrets is what ruins someone's life in my opinion, especially if you adhere being someone who has integrity and practices honesty in a committed relationship. Do the guy a favor and tell him. Let him decide what will happen. Since when cheating is a mistake. That wasn't a mistake. I wouldn't be able to look her boyfriend in the eyes anymore knowing she cheated on him. If she gets away with it this time, then it's likely she'll do it again. If he doesn't find out now, he most certainly will later and his life will be ruined by your daughter. As a father I can sympathize with you and I really don't know how I'd move forward. But I can say that I would rail against both my daughter and wife for wanting to sweep it under the rug, and my disgust would be impossible to hide. I hope her boyfriend finds out before he puts a ring on her finger. Okay, if her ex-boyfriend is a good person, then you are ruining his life by keeping this as a dirty family secret. Man up and tell him. You don't need your daughter's consent, or your wife's doesn't need to be cruel, doesn't need to be sweet, just needs to be honest. No disrespect, but he probably deserves better. Of course you owe the good guy the truth at least. You have to tell him this is her co-worker, you don't think that they can't find ways around it, and for his health. I would also be worried that your wife wants to hide this. That's not a good look. Tell him. You're going to tell him because that's the right thing to do. Daughter or not, Shusha's in the wrong and a disgusting human being. So is your wife for even suggesting to hide it, and honestly, that says a lot about her too. Wonder what she is hiding from you too. You have to give her up. Her boyfriend doesn't deserve to be strung along in this what appears to be good decision. He deserves to know and make his choice, not you, your wife or your daughter. Would you want someone to tell you if your wife cheated on you? I'm 100% sure you would. She made the choice to do it, let her suffer the consequences. This is all around horrible for the boyfriend who is innocent. Why defend the girlfriend who dug her grave with a good man? I'm sorry, but he deserves to know. End of story. She made a conscious choice and she should deal with the consequences. He deserves to know. She did once, she'll probably do it again. You talk like 12 years old, at least appear real. You're the boyfriend posting this really, aren't you? It just doesn't read to me like a 53-year-old wrote it. Give her a deadline to confess or you will. What she did was an active choice and she clearly did not care about this guy. Don't let your daughter and wife snow a good guy because he has money. That's a gross reason to lie anyways and makes me think your wife and daughter have serious judgment issues, and would probably lie to you if it benefited them. Tell the boyfriend. He'll appreciate it, trust me. Please tell him. He deserves to know. Update after you tell him too.